welcome back. We're going to be starting up the 2025 Yokohama Presents FDJ2 Round 3 Ebisu Circuit West Course. We're going to be starting the top 16 ceremony.
There's going to be some really good battles. Looking forward to seeing what these guys got.
Oh, definitely. So for the ceremony, they like to line up for the fans, show off the cars.
From where I'm sitting, you can't see a whole lot of damage.
Oh, not much at all.
You get up close, they start showing their battle scars.
And we're going to start off with the national anthem shortly. And our first matchup is going to be between car 373, MSG Minami, and he's going to be battling car 75, Koji Nagase, Team Kazama, Lexus IS350 convertible. Battle 2 is going to be driver 42, Daichi Esaki, with Kira Power, KFK, Suron, and the S15 Sylvia. And he's going to be battling 104, Toshihiko, Mizuno, Team Zero, and the S15 Sylvia. Battle number 3 is going to be between car 109, Yusuke Aoki with Buy Now Japan, and 830, Stuart Inoue with Stuart with Crew Racing. So a nice Mark II versus Sylvia battle. Up next, been coming in hot all weekend. Car 260, Jonathan Chen with Team Taiwan Elite Silver Mist and a BMW F22 M2. He's going to be battling 28, Yohei Yamaguchi, Dorioka with Autoway and an S15. Battle 5 is going to be between driver 62, Tatsuya Kobayashi, Team Trinity Racing, with a gold JZX Mark II. His opponent is going to be 727, Tomoharu Nishizaki, with Tamematsu Thunderbird with Kimon Jinja in the S13 Sylvia. Battle 6 is going to be 614 Ken Young with KCM Trade and TRC and his Sexy 10 Alteza. And then we battling 23 Jace with Veocola and his Z33 Fair Lady Z. Battle 7 is going to be 896 Russell Vire with the RPM parts in his RPS 13 180SX. And he'll be battling 611 Tsang and Mogan Team Track Day Call in his JCX 100 Chaser. And the last battle for top 16 is car 7, Soshiro Nakamura, Japan Environment Development Racing with Valina in his S15 Sylvia. And his opponent's going to be 82, Shuhei Itoyama, with Makeup Garage B2 in his RPS 13 180SX.
Yeah, so there's going to be some very interesting battles. I'm really looking forward to MSG Minami and Nagase battle.
They've been throwing it in pretty deep all day.
And Jonathan Chen with Yamaguchi, also another very good battle. Two very fast drivers that usually throw a lot of angle. So I'm excited to see what they can do.
MSG already out here having fun.
Yeah. Giving the fans what they want to see.
Yeah, Toshiro is really young. He's one of the youngest drivers in the top 16.
Russell's going to be another tough competitor this round. He was doing really well last round and this round, so we're looking forward to see what he does.
There's going to be quite a few S chassis battles, X and S chassis battles, and it looks like we have one BMW and one Lexus in this one too. Oh, and a Z.
Yeah.
So quite a few different cars in the field. It's great. Drivers out here having fun. Putting on a little show for the fans. It's like an appetizer before the main course, though.
Yeah, right.
And we have our MC, Aichi Akutsu, and our judges, Yoichi Imamura, Takahiro Fukada, and Kenji Yamanaka. And it's me, Josh Singletary.
And I'm Langston. Nakamura, Shinshiro Nakamura is driving an S15.
And we can see drivers heading around back to the pits to get ready for competition. And the FDJ2 sponsors. Yokohama. MID Wheels. Moti. VP Racing. Breed. Arai Helmet. Advantage Neo. Hummingbird. FPV drone. Ebisu circuit. On the plus side, the heat's held out for the most part because of the cloud cover, but it's still pretty toasty.
Yeah, the clouds pretty much disappeared, or starting to, so the sun's out. Might affect the track a little bit. We'll just have to see how the drivers handle that.
Oh, so I was talking with Nagase a little bit earlier. They had to use a fire extinguisher. So what that was about was there was some rubber strips from the run earlier that landed across his exhaust manifold, and it caught on fire, so they had to put that out. Fortunately, his car is ready to go. Hashtag FDJ2. That's just the judges loving life. But yeah, Nagase, after they put out the fire, started it up, or he got towed off just to make sure that there was no problems. He got back to the pit, checked it out. Everything was great. He's been having some clutch issues since the last round, but everything should be good now. He still said there's a little bit of slipping that's a little weird to him, but it's not like normal clutch slippage.
At this point, you just have to hope for the best.
Just kick it until it goes.
Yeah.
There's judges Fukada and Yamanaka. Hashtag FDJ2.
Hey, that's pretty accurate.
Yeah. Yeah, the MID wheels are by Rays, yeah. Oh, and Yuma.
Showing the support.
Yeah, Yuma is one of our FDJ1 drivers. He works out at Ebisu on occasion. Oh, he's getting pretty for the camera. So you hear the judges, they're all saying Ikemen, which essentially means handsome. He's saying cool and handsome.
It's crazy how his hair stayed that perfect.
Yeah.
With a hat on all day.
That's right. 2JDF hashtag. Yeah, his hair's perfect. I'm lucky I still have hair. They have the track all painted up, nice and pretty. They're going to be starting to stage the cars. I want to say the first battle starts in about 4 minutes. So if you need to go grab a snack, now is the best time to do so. Yeah, it's crazy. Like, hat hair is better than most people's normal hair. Yeah, the fans are all out and they're ready to go. The judges are showing off all the cool swag from the different drivers. So that's Nagase's sticker. So like, he needs to get a bigger sticker. It is really cool though. It's hard to see on camera, but it's really cool. Yeah, the Yuma's in a tiny wooden box with a couple windows, and they just keep him there. And then he responds to any track issues.
He gets to leave. Don't think he's stuck there. He gets to leave.
He just lives at Ebisu. So that's why next week, if he's coming in hot, 1, 2, 3, top 4 qualifier, it's because he's staying in this box. So a lot of the fans now have MID wheels. Those fans. Oh, and a wide shot. And then the drone's out. It's great. Judges are out here just having fun. They said they almost dropped Nagase's sticker. The MID Wheels fan. Overall, there is a nice breeze, so that helps.
So my son was watching earlier. He got mad that I didn't talk to him. So, hey, Jordan, how's it going?
That's awesome. They probably seen your pictures like, oh, hey, Daddy.
You know, that's exactly what he was doing.
And we have Yokohama presents FDJ2 Round 3 Ebisu Circuit West Course Top 16. Looks like we have MSG Minami and Koji Nagase in the burnout box. Now MSG's out for revenge from last round with Nagase.
Yeah.
And leading, we have MSG Minami, car 373, MSG. And Chase, we have 75, Koji Nagase with Team Kazama.
Starting off this first outside zone. Nagase does a good job just staying right where he needs to be in that zone. Comes around, trying to catch up for this second outer zone. They hit this touch and go. Nagase falling behind a little bit as they enter zone 3.
It looks like Nagase maybe he's having that clutch issue come back.
Yeah, either that or he sounded like he was a little out of power.
MSG dips in the beginning and into the zone and swings out to 2. There's quite a bit of distance between him and Nagase. Gets back, touch and go, swinging around in a flip. Yeah, I don't know if it's Nagase's engine or it just sounds a little off. MSG's is out here, putting down a good clean run. A little shallow in zone 2, but he does clip, touch and go, swing back to the inner clip, and nice and deep through zone 3. Now they're heading back around to switch positions. And we'll have Nagase in the lead and Minami MSG in the chase.
Start off into outer zone 1. MSG throws a lot of angles trying to throw it down. With Nagase coming around to outer zone 2, he dives in right there. Just sits in that pocket. And it gets jammed up a little bit, and then, oh no, he had a straight. I don't know if maybe he missed shift.
Nagase is nice. A little shallow, but dips back into outer zone 1. Slowed down quite a bit before it was 2, but Minami's right on him. And it looks like right here, MSG just lost power. It didn't look like there's any issues from MSG coming around. And right here, it looks like it just stopped.
Not to discredit Nagase, but he has had some good luck on his side.
Oh, definitely.
This round.
Yeah, MSG. The way it stopped, maybe diff. What do you guys think? Judge Imamura goes Nagase, Fukada, Nagase, Yamanaka, Nagase. Nagase is going to our grade 8.
Okay. While the track crew just checks out the track real quick, FDJ2, it is not the pro top series of Formula Drift Japan. It is one step down, so it's basically like pro spec for the US drift.
And they do one make tire, Yokohama, Naova, the AD09. And one make wheel, it's MID wheels by Rays.
Correct.
Yeah, they're just checking the course to make sure there's no oil or debris on the track. And you can see Minami being towed in the background. Looks like everything checked out, all clear. Up next, we have car number 42, Daiichi Esaki with Kira Power, KFK with Soron, and number 104, Toshihiko Mizuno with Team Zero.
Mizuno does just mimicking him in outer zone 1 as they turn to outer zone 2. Mizuno just staying right there in that pocket. Just let him know he's there. Gives him a little love tap as that touch and go comes around to this inner side clip. And outer zone 3, he gets right back in that door.
Oh, that was a great lead and a great chase. Esaki, nice and deep entering the zone. Nice and deep exit the zone. Mizuno just right there with him. Slowing down just a little bit to enter zone 2, but pulling straight through. Hit the touch and go. Inner clip. Mizuno is right back in his door for zone 3.
Mizuno does a great job just mimicking Esaki.
Just sticking it on the floor. It is some great chasing. But again, you have to have a great lead to be able to get in a great chase. Now lining up, we're going to have Mizuno in the lead and Esaki in the chase.
Into the outer zone 1, coming in with a lot of speed, getting all the way through the zone. Esaki doing exactly what he just did, coming around to outer zone 2. Esaki putting it right where it needs to be as they make way. There's touch and go. The inside clip, and it transitions and tries to dive back in to outer zone 3.
Dude, that was another great lead chase. They're definitely making the judges hard, the judges' job hard. Super deep through the entirety of zone 1. Swinging around nicely. Zone 2, carrying from start to finish. Touch and go, nice and deep. A little shallow for the inner clip, but nice and deep for zone 3.
Yeah, it looked like Esaki was a little bit further away in outer zone 3 compared to Mizuno in their chase drives.
Overall, 2 very clean runs and very great chases. Definitely making the judges earn their money today. Oh, Mizuno's fan club. And let's see what the judges say. Judge Imamura goes Mizuno. Fukada goes Mizuno. Judge Yamanaka goes Toshiyuko Mizuno.
He moves on to top Great 8 versus Nagase. That's going to be a good battle.
That's going to be a fun battle. They're saying that Esaki's line was a little bit shallower. And when you get to this level, sometimes all it takes is a couple points here and there, a couple degrees here and there, between going to the next round and going home. Next up, we have car number 109, Yusuke Aoki with Garidori, By Now Japan. And car number 830, Stuart Inoue in the chase. Stuart with Crew Racing.
Coming into this outer zone. Stuart does a great job, gets real close in outer zone 1. Coming around outer zone 2. Aoki does a nice job in outer zone 2. Stuart trying to keep up as his touch and go and inner clip happen. He tries to dive back in right at the last minute in outer zone 3.
I'll give it a nice flick going into zone 1. Enters pretty deep. Overall, really good transition from zone 1 to zone 2. Was able to ride through the entirety of zone 2. Touch and go, switch back, nice and deep in clip. Really deep in zone 3. And Stewart's right there with him the whole time. I love an aggressive chase. And a beautiful lead too. They're going back up to the staging area to line up for the second half of the run. Where we have Stuart Inoue, Stuart with Crew Racing in the lead, and Yusuke Aoki, Garidori Kite, By Now Japan in the chase.
Gaining a lot of speed coming into this outer zone. So it does a nice job getting all the way through that zone. Aoki trying to keep up as they make their way to outer zone 2. Stuart has a little waiver right at the end of outer zone 2, but does a nice job getting through the touch and go inside clip. Aoki trying to dive back in through outer zone 3.
Yeah, Stuart coming in with a lot of speed and a lot of aim. Nice and deep all the way through zone 1, bringing it around to zone 2. Just ride the line, then bring it deep towards the end. Gets the touch and go and really deep in the inner clip. Riding out to outer zone 3. So a lot of angle by both drivers into zone 1. I think Aoki threw a little bit too much angle, and that set him up to be a little slower in the chase. But overall, great lead runs by both drivers, and great chases by both drivers.
Yeah, I think this is going to be a difficult one for the judges.
So what do you guys think? Stewart or Aoki?
You have Tiger there trying to give them the judging.
Judge Imamura, one more time. Judge Fukada, one more time. Judge Yamanaka and Stewart. So it looks like we're going to have one more time. Very good battle. I just think just a couple mistakes by the drivers in their leads and chases. They'll be able to tune it up now and give us a better show.
Exactly. Hey, and there's nothing wrong with one more times.
I love them. Battle 4, we have car number 260. Jonathan Chen, Team Taiwan Elite Silver Mist. His BMW F22 M2. And in the chase, we have car 260. Yamaguchi Ryoka with Autoway.
Jonathan comes out with a lot of speed as Yamaguchi. Oh! Jonathan just had a little bit too much sauce coming out of outer zone 1 and spins. Yamaguchi did a nice job recognizing it where he didn't hit Jonathan.
Definitely. Jonathan just coming in a little too hard. Back on the gas a little too soon. Yeah, you can see Yamaguchi saw it and threw his brakes on. But yeah, Jonathan's been coming in super hot and super fast all weekend.
Yeah, I think that's the first time I've seen him spin out too. So
Yeah.
Definitely not like him. He knew he had a tough competitor, so he had to lay it all on the line. Just did a little too much.
Yep. And they're coming back around for the second half of the run. Now Jonathan just has to put down a great chase and hope for a mistake. Yamaguchi's just put down a lead run.
Nice and safe. Yamaguchi coming in with a lot of speed in this outer zone 1. Jonathan staying right there on his door. Has to do a late transition, but dives back in for outer zone 2. He has to cut a little bit of the line, but all in all, he's doing pretty well as he hits that touch and go. An inside flip coming around for outer zone 3.
That was a great run by Yamaguchi.
Exactly.
And Jonathan was on him the whole time. The replay doesn't make it seem as close as we felt it was.
Yeah.
Especially the transition from 1 to 2. So close to the transition. We're diving in a clip, swinging back around to the zone 3. Jonathan just on full throttle. Judge Imamura goes Yamaguchi. Judge Fukada, Yamaguchi. And Judge Yamanaka goes Yamaguchi.
Yeah, the drivers are definitely feeling a lot more confident. They had a few extra hours of practice today, and then they got their top 32 battle out of the way, so they should be feeling pretty good coming into this top 16.
Up next, we have car number 62, Tatsuya Kobayashi, Team Trinity Racing. In the lead and in the chase, we have car number 727, Tomoharu Nishizaki with Tamematsu Thunderbird with Kiyamanja.
Going in some big angle as they come into the outer zone 1. Does a nice job getting all the way through outer zone 1, coming around to outer zone 2. Kobayashi had a little error coming out of outer zone 2, but outer zone 3, he does a nice job getting all the way through it.
Kobayashi nice and deep in 1, rides the whole way through, flips back to 2. Nice and deep in 2. Like Nishizaki was going a little bit shallower and had to pull back a bit. But overall, looks like Kobayashi did a great job filling the zones. For a nice, good, clean lead run. So close to that wall.
He's getting right on it. It looked like he had a little bobble at the end. He might have hit the wall.
Oh, maybe clipped it.
And then kind of straighten them out just a little bit.
Pulling back up to switch positions. We're going to have Nishizaki in the lead and Kobayashi in the chase. Both drivers have been doing lots of angle today.
Being headed into outer zone 1 with a lot of speed. Kobayashi getting right there with him. Matches his angle, comes around for outer zone 2. Trying to dive in. Falls a little bit behind, but then dives right back in. Through this touch and go, makes his way to the inner side clip, and then dives back into that outer zone 3.
Yeah, Nishizaki putting together a great lead.
Yeah, that was a very good lead run.
Nice and deep through the entirety of zone 1. Dropping 1 tire, but staying deep, maintaining good angle. Zone 2, deep the whole way through. Hit the touch and go, inner clip, super deep, and then back around. And the whole time, Kobayashi right on his doors. So what do you guys think? You think Nishizaki or Kobayashi? Both of them have very good lead runs. Kobayashi's chase was a bit more proximity, a bit less wavering.
Yeah.
Let's see what the judges say. Judge Imamura. Goes Kobayashi. Judge Fukada. Kobayashi. Judge Yamanaka. Goes Tatsuya Kobayashi. The judges are saying both runs were very good.
Yeah.
Both drivers just had slight misses, but Nishizaki's misses were just a little bit more.
And it's hard with a 4-cylinder car making like 400 to 500 horsepower when some of these are making 6-cylinder cars making 700, 600, 700, 800.
I know, right?
It's just hard to keep up sometimes.
And up next we have car 614, Ken Yong, KCM Trade, TRC in the lead, and in the chase we have car number 23, Jace vehicle.
They enter in. Oh no! Has a little double pass. Looked like Ken when he initiated, he just got pushed back on, straightened up, back on track.
When he dropped the tire?
Oh, there's like a grate system right off of the track, and it looked like he hit it and it knocked it out.
And it forced him back.
Yeah, and it forced him back in. Yeah, that's a tough break for Ken.
So the track guys came out and cleared up the cones. And it looks like Ken and Jace are heading back to the start line to switch positions. With Jace in the lead and Ken in the chase. Yeah, they're bringing the truck out to take a look at that grate system.
Yeah, it looks like there's like some sort of grate system right at the end of the track, and when he hit it, it knocked it up and it straightened him out. So it looks like they might take a look and see what they can do, if they can do anything. Because going off track at all is really going to be a disadvantage.
And possibly quite dangerous.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like it might be there for drainage. But it looked like whenever Ken hit it this time, it just jumped up in the air.
Yeah.
And forced his back in, or his rear end back onto the track, which essentially straightened him as he's trying to enter zone one.
Maybe they'll show us a slow-mo replay. We're gonna see if it pops up or what exactly happened.
Yeah, we can see the grate system from here. That one official was talking about picking it up and flipping it over. Or I think it's for water drainage. Okay, we're gonna take a slight break while they're fixing this. So we'll see you guys after the commercials.
雨の日の運転って心配ですよね。
いざという時によりちゃんと止まれるタイヤといえば
横浜タイヤでしょ。
晴れの日の約4倍も事故が多い雨の運転。横浜タイヤならより安心。
タイヤは雨で選ぼ横浜タイヤ。
追い求めれば求めるほど遠ざかる時もある。でも理想に追いつけるのは自分だけだ。池江璃花子は横浜ゴムと世界に挑戦する。限界はない。行くぞ横浜。
MID ホイール Are you ready everybody MID ホイールダンディムーディ MID ホイールキャンディーフレンディホイールは MID
Made in Japan. Breed.
Okay, so we're back.
Kind of.
Yes. So right beside the track is a grate system that's used essentially to prevent there from being huge dirt drops and to allow for drainage. Well, what happened is during Ken's run, he sort of dug it up, lifted it out of the ground, and it set back in. So we were told by Ebisu Circuit that it's going to take about 30 minutes for them to either rebury it or cut it and pull it. So I'm not sure which they're going to do, but I do see Yuma out there working.
Yeah, you're going to see the tractor coming around and start working. So please bear with us as we take this break as they fix the track. Hopefully it's sooner than 30 minutes, but it could eventually be longer as well. So we're just playing it by ear at the moment.
Yeah, I think they're probably going to lift it, dig out from underneath it, and set it back in.
Oh,
they have about
okay
12 people just coming out, so hopefully they'll be able to get it in sooner than 30, but they told us 30 minutes. Yeah, it looks like they're trying to either dig out the front part.
I think the fastest thing is just gonna grab it, take it away.
Just yank it out.
Yeah.
Oh, they just got some proper shovels running across the course.
Yeah, so again, for the people that might have tuned in a little late, Ken, when he was doing his lead run, he came in, dropped a tire, hit the grate system. The grate system popped up and made him straighten. But now they have to fix the grate system, and either by removing it or replacing it.
Or
so that's what,
just burying it.
Or yeah, just reburying it. Yeah, they're gonna do something. We don't really know at the moment what they're deciding, but it's gonna be about 30-minute delay. So please hang with us as we get through this.
Into the top 16. Half of them are completed. We have the last half left, including one more time. Yeah, I totally get that. 30 minutes is rough.
Especially being in the States.
Yeah. I mean, but it gives you plenty of time to go pop some stuff in the microwave.
No one crashed. They just dirt dropped, and like I said, they hit the grading system He didn't do any damage to his car, I don't think. Maybe did some damage to the tire or the wheel, but he did more damage to the track than I think he did his car. So they're now having to fix the track.
Yeah, it looks like he went back into his pits. I don't know if he's taking a 5-minute timeout or not. But I do wonder if you get a 5-minute timeout, if you have to come back to the line, how that works whenever there's already essentially a course timeout.
It looks like Jace is staying out.
Yeah.
So if anything, Ken maybe took a timeout just to see if there's any damage, just to play it safe.
Yeah. It looks like they're taking this time while they're working on that to paint the lines again. Oh, it looks like the judges are about to head down to take a look at it. We're gonna try and ask for a replay. Oh, it looks like they are taking an angle grinder to the front part of the grate system. So it looks like cut it and gut it is the way they're going. Yeah, overall, it's to protect against dirt drops, making huge holes. Unfortunately, in this case, it made its own sort of danger or hazard. Oh, and they said the race is about to come back in 20 minutes. it looks like we have our judge handing out FDJ stickers. I think they're stickers. And we're gonna try and get a replay to see the damage for you guys. Okay, we're going to be back in about 15 to 20 minutes. Currently, they're still working on the track right now. Again, they get the angle grinder and they're cutting it, and pretty soon they'll have it out and we'll be ready to go again. Okay, so we're back. They cut it, gut it, and threw it off the track, and it.
All right, there's a replay. As you can see, he just went off track, and then the grates that were there, he just hit, and it finally gave up.
And both drivers are heading to the burnout box. And we'll get the second run underway. Yeah, so that little bridge that they're going under, that's for the pedestrians to get over to the stands from the pit area. So in the lead, car number 23, Jace with the Vehicolo. And in the chase, we have Ken Young with KCM Trade and TRC. Finishing up run 2 of their battle.
And they're off, headed towards outer zone 1. Jace coming in with a lot of speed. Ken falling. Ken just a little overtated, just a little too much. And now Jace just needs to finish out his run. And he will unofficially move on to grade 8 until judges say otherwise.
Yes, Jace putting down a great lead run. Zone 1 popped in and out a couple times. Unfortunately, Ken spun out. Jace keeping it nice and deep through zone 2. Switching back, hit the inner clip. And then nice and deep through zone 3.
Yeah, it looked like at the beginning, Ken was about to do the same thing in dirt drop again, and he corrected it, and then he wasn't able to finish out outer zone
1. Judge Imamura, Jace. Judge Fukada, Jace. And Judge Yamanaka, Jace. Going to the grade 8. And then we're going to be going back to our one more time. Aoki versus Stewart. And in the lead, we have car number 109, Yusuke Aoki, Gade Dorikai, Buy Now Japan. And in the chase, car 830, Stewart Inoue, Stewart with Crew Racing.
Giving the thumbs up. They got the go light. Heading to our outer zone 1 with a lot of speed. Stewart diving in right there in that Outer zone 1 staying right there. Comes around outer zone 2. Stuart fell behind just a little bit, trying to catch back up. Getting lost in the smoke. Slows down as he comes into that touch and go. Comes around for outer zone 3.
Aoki nice and deep into zone 1. Rides the whole thing out. Stuart right behind him. Bringing it around. Riding through zone 2. Not as deep. Hits inner clip. Really deep. And then comes back around to zone 3. And put a bit of distance after zone 2 between him and Stuart. So close on initiation.
Yeah. He did a great job in that outer zone 1.
Stuart's line was just a little wider. And I don't know if Stuart maybe misshifted between the touch and go and inner clip because he lost quite a bit of speed.
Yeah, I don't know what happened there. It looked like he got lost in the smoke a little bit, trying to figure out where he was, and then once he did, he was just too far back.
Now they're rolling around. So we'll have Stuart in the lead and Aoki in the chase.
Making their way to outer zone 1 with a big flick by Stuart. Aoki does a nice job staying right there, matching his angle. Comes around to outer zone 2. Aoki dives in, comes around as they're making their way to this touch and go. Aoki gets even closer and has to fall off a little bit for the transition and dives back in and does a nice job in outer zone 4.
Now that was a great lead chase combo. Stuart throwing massive amounts of angle. Riding all the way through out zone 1. Aoki right on him. Nice and deep through the whole of out zone 2. Again, Aoki not letting him breathe. Touch and go, inner clip, both really nice. Especially since this is a one more time, the judges are really going to have their hands full.
Yeah, exactly.
The switchbacks are crazy. Nice and deep. Great transitions. Both drivers.
Aoki was a little further back than Stuart in their chase run through outer zone 1, but did a much better job, in my opinion, through outer zone 2 to outer zone 3.
Definitely a great job
a lot
diving
closer,
in.
for sure.
Oh, nice side by side. It just lets you see how much speed each of these drivers have, as well as the proximity they're able to maintain. Massive amounts of angle. Both of them going in nice and deep. Zone 1, switchbacks are nice. Proximity is good, hitting zone 2. Stuart's a little deeper in zone 2. And Aoki's able to keep proximity between 2 and touch and go. It's definitely a tough one for the judges. Yeah, both drivers put down great lead runs. Both drivers put down really good chase runs too. Okay, it looks like judges are keyed in. So let's see what they say.
Yeah, it looks like most of y'all are saying Aoki won. Let's see if y'all are right.
Judge Imamura. One more time. Kata, Aoki, and Yamanaka. Aoki. Yusuke Aoki heads into the grade A.
Yes, and he will be battling Yamaguchi. How was that taste of water? They saw you drink
super
it.
water.
Oh, yeah.
Super H2O. Yeah, Judge Fukada saying that in his opinion, just the difference in lines, just that little bit gave Aoki the edge. And up next, we have car number 896, Russell Vire with RPM Parts. In the lead and in the chase, Tsang with 611, Track Day Colt.
Russell does a nice job getting all the way through outer zone 1. Eric's trying to dive back in after this. After outer zone 2, Russell did hit the wall, losing his rear bumper. Eris falls back a little bit because of his bumper, and then they finish off in outer zone 3.
Russell throwing in super deep. Riding all the way through, switch back. Eris closing in. Outer zone 2. It looks like Russell just clipped the wall right there. Touch and go straight to deep in the inner clip, and nice through the last out zone.
This looks identical to his qualifying run.
Yeah,
did the exact same thing.
He scrubbed the bumper in the exact same place.
Yeah.
And Eric's diving in, and switching back to dive in again. It'd be pretty cool if we were able to extend the course like 3 more corners.
Oh, did his bumper actually fall off this time?
Now lining up in opposite positions, we have Eris in the lead and Russell in the chase.
At the outer zone 1. Eris does a nice job flicking, looking for outer zone 1. Russell does a nice job getting right there. Trying to dive in outer zone 2. He gets really close with that touch and go. Comes around to the inside clip, giving them just enough room to transition as they make their way to outer zone 3 and finish.
The way Russell dove into outer zone 3, I'm surprised that he didn't spin out.
I thought he was going off track. That's the way it looked.
Nice and deep through zone 1. Russell right there. Eris bringing it around. Closing out pretty deep in zone 2. Hits the touch and go nice. Nice and deep in the inner clip. And then just swinging out to out zone 3. Oh, drone footage is going to be nice. Nice and deep through zone 1. Switching back. Right in the line of zone 2. Hit the touch and go. Inner clip pretty deep. And swinging back around to zone 3.
Making their way to Tiger, where he can give them the final decision. Judgment is in.
Judge Imamura goes Russell. Judge Fukada goes Russell. Judge Yamanaka goes Russell. Russell Vire will be going to the grade 8. Judges are saying neither driver had a bad lead or a bad chase. It's just that Russell just had a slightly better lead and a slightly better chase.
Yeah, I think he was in outer zone 2 deeper than just about anybody.
Yeah. Up next, we have car number 7, Toshiro Nakamura, with Japan Environment and Development Racing, with Valino in the lead. And in the chase, Shuhei Itoyama with Makeup Garage Beach.
Nakamura throwing in a lot of speed as he comes in outer zone 2. So they're trying to stay with him as they make their way to outer zone 2. Shuhei does a nice job staying right there with him. Comes around to this touch and go and inside clip. Shuhei did a good job diving in and after that inside clip, and then makes their way to outer zone 3.
I'll tell you, Itoyama making this look almost too easy. Nakamura not very deep in zone 1. Itoyama just bridging the gap right before zone 2. And just right on him. Both of them hit the touch and go nice. Inner clip, midway, and then back out to outer zone 3. Drone footage just shows Nakamura a little light on the front zone, a little light on zone 2. Hits the touch and go nice. Second line in the inner clip, and midway to deep through zone 3. And one of the things I like about close chases is the drone, you see both cars. Heading back up to the starting line, where they're going to switch positions, and we'll have Shuhei Itoyama in the lead and Toshiro Nakamura in the chase. And it looks like all the clouds are gone and the sun's out.
So I'm working on my tan again. Got a little sunburn yesterday, so.
Got to even it out.
Yeah. Throwing it into outer zone 1. Nakamura staying right there with him. And then, oh! So he just sent it a little too hard. And Nakamura's going to take it nice and easy as he just finishes out his lap.
Itoyama's been looking great all weekend, throwing it nice and hard in. He just didn't correct out in time. Unfortunately, 3 tires off, he's incomplete. but after such a great chase too. Well, let's see what the judges say. Judge Imamura, Nakamura, Judge Fukada, Nakamura, Judge Yamanaka goes Shoshiro Nakamura.
And he will be battling Russell in the Great 8. That's going to be a very interesting battle because they are very fast.
Already lined up for the next battle. Oh, Yokohama presents FDJ2 Round 3, Ebisu Circuit West Course, Grade 8. And our first battle in this one will be Koji Nagase and Toshioku Mizuno. And in the lead, we have Mizuno, and in the chase, Nagase. Team Kazama versus Team Zero.
That's a big flick as they're coming in. Nagase throwing in a lot of angles, sacrifices some of the line, but does a good job diving in into this outer zone 2. As they get to the touch and go, falls a little bit behind, going to try to dive back in, outer zone 3. And he doesn't gain any distance back.
Mizuno, nice deep start and a nice deep finish to the zone 1. Bring it around. Nice and deep through zone 2. Nagase is right there though. Touch and go, inner clip, nice and deep, and perfect for zone 3. Yeah, you can see here, Nagase is a little shallow coming into zone 1. And a little shallow into zone 2. But at the end of zone 2, matching what Mizuno's putting down. Overall, an excellent lead run and a very good chase.
Yeah, Mizuno did a great job as that lead driver. Let's see what he can do as a chase driver now.
Pulling back up to the start line, we're going to have Koji Nagase, Team Kazama in the lead, and Toshihiko Mizuno with Team Zero in the chase.
Heading towards outer zone 1 with a lot of speed. Nagase does a good job getting all the way through the zone. May have touched 3 tires off, but we'll just have to check the replay. Mizuno does a nice job diving in. Sacrificing some of the angle. Nagase did a big handbrake right there before the touch and go, trying to reach it. And Mizuno comes around and gets right there in the pocket and out zone 3.
Nagase throwing it nice and deep, right on the edge, so it looks like it's safe to finish the run. It slows down a lot right before going into zone 2. Slows down a lot before the touch and go, and again right after the inner clip. And Mizuno's willing the whole time, just matching angle for angle. Let's see what the judges say. Judge Imamura goes Mizuno, Fukada, Mizuno, and Yamanaka, Mizuno. Looks like Mizuno will be the first to the final 4.
And he will be battling either Aoki or Yamaguchi. And they will be coming up right now.
And at the line now, we have in the lead, car 109, Ryusuke Aoki, Garidori Kai, by now Japan. And in the chase, 28, Yohei Yamaguchi, Dorioka with Autoway.
Aoki does a nice job trying to find outer zone 1. Yamaguchi is right there with deep into that outer zone, making his way to outer zone 2. Yamaguchi sacrificing a little bit of the line, but stays right there on his door. Just enough room to transition. Oh! Oh! That was almost a disaster.
I don't know how Yamaguchi saved that.
I don't either.
That was amazing. Aoki deep in the start and finish zone 1. Bringing it around. Yamaguchi just starting to close in here. Nice and deep through touch and go. Yamaguchi just flips the pylon at the inner clip.
It gave me some Matsuri vibes. The way he dived in there right there at that corner.
Yeah, Matsuri, that's where you normally have someone dive in.
And then, but crash into you.
You normally have a bumper in the door. Aoki put down an excellent lead run. Yamaguchi put down a very good chase, maintaining proximity and angle. Now the switch of positions. We'll see Yamaguchi in the lead and Aoki in the chase.
Oh, and we're going to get a restart. Hopefully he sees it. Hopefully he sees it. Okay, he saw it.
And Yuma over here with the flag, such a good job.
Well, they have the light right before the 3-2-1, but I don't know if they're paying attention because they should be looking at outer zone 1, so they might not.
It's tricky too because I believe that light's white, and with the sun coming from this angle, it might be pretty hard to see. So it's a good thing we have Yuma over here with the flag. He pops out of his building with the flag.
Maybe you should have it on standby. Because, yeah, he was almost ready to finish the run by himself.
Like, after zone 1, I don't know what you're doing. Just say, oh, go ahead. Restart, Yamaguchi leading, and Aoki in the chase.
Yamaguchi goes in a lot of angle coming around to outer zone 1. Aoki does a nice job mimicking exactly what Yamaguchi was doing. As they come around to outer zone 2, Aoki trying to stay right there with him. Does a nice job through that touch go and inside clip. And then Aoki diving in outer zone 3.
Oh, dude, that's going to be tough. That's going to be a tough one. Who do you guys think won? Yamaguchi got a little deeper in zone 1 with one tire out the back, but stayed deep throughout all of zone 2. Touch and go nice. Inner clip really nice. And back out to zone 3. Aoki giving chase the entire time. Yeah, after the switchback, Aoki's within a car's length pretty much the rest of the way. And tell you what, these judges are going to have a hard time with this one too.
Quick judgment.
Judge Imamura, Aoki. Judge Fukada, Aoki. Judge Yamanaka, Aoki. Looks like Yusuke Aoki is going to the top or final 4.
And he will be battling Mizuno.
It said Yamaguchi's line was a little shallow with the in cut. Overall, very good runs, both drivers. But again, sometimes it comes down to 1 or 2 mistakes. We have in lead, car number 62, Tatsuya Kobayashi with Team Trinity Racing. And in the chase, car 23, Jace with Vire.
Coming into this first outer zone with a lot of speed, Jace gets right there on his door, trying to stay with him. As they make their way to outer zone 2, Jace dives right there, trying not to put it on his door, but saying, hey, I'm here. Hits the touch and go, comes around the inside clip. And outer zone 3, and they're finished.
I'm surprised Jace doesn't have gold paint on that front right corner. Jace just tucked in. Kobayashi just putting it in nice and deep. Super deep through zone 2 also. And see, that's where I thought Jace would attack it. Inner clip to outer zone 3. Kobayashi does a great lead run. Jace is with him the whole time. And this drone footage just shows how close they are. Just a beautiful lead run and an excellent chase. The other announcer was saying that if Jace is able to pull this out, that'll be his first time in the final 4.
Yeah, this is true.
He's had a couple machine troubles the previous times, but he's got a good chance to pull this one out. All he's got to do is just throw down a killer lead run.
Which he's been doing all weekend, so.
That's true. But we have Kobayashi in the chase. They're trying to tuck in and pull out the win.
Jace coming in with a lot of speed. Kobayashi does a nice job doing exactly what he's doing in outer zone 1. As they come around, Kobayashi trying to dive in. As they make their way to outer zone 3, he dives back in and tries to find that pocket.
Jace coming in nice and deep. Leaves a little early, but then gets right back in zone 1. Swinging out. Nice and deep through zone 2. Hits the touch and go. Super deep in inner clip. Back out in zone 3. And Jace put down a killer run too. Kobayashi was a little deeper in zone 2. And that's the only real difference that I've seen between the two. I mean, Jace, I think he had more proximity for more of the run. But overall, excellent lead and chased by both drivers. Now we're just waiting to see what the judges say. Judge Imamura, Kobayashi, Fukada, Kobayashi, Yamanaka, Kobayashi.
He's on to the final 4. And he will be battling either Russell or Nakamura.
Hey, Kobayashi's been on fire this weekend.
Yeah, he's been looking really good. He did take the wrong turn to go back to the pits, but it's okay.
It's okay. We'll give him a pass.
He figured it out.
And up now, we have in lead car number 896, Russell Vire with RPM Parts. And in the chase, car number 7, Shoshiro Nakamura with Japan Environment Development Racing with Valina.
Russell Nakamura is right there with him. That was an insane entry by Nakamura as a chase driver. Coming around as Russell just laying down. A great lead. Nakamura just staying right there with him though. Falls a little bit behind at that inside clip, and it affects him in the outer zone 3.
That was, dude, that was insane entry in proximity.
I was not expecting it.
Russell's nice and deep. That, I mean, you just can't see it from this angle. I can't wait to see the drone footage. Russell nice and deep through zone 2. Nakamura right there with him. Touch and go nice. Inner clip nice. And back around to zone 3. Just a beautifully run. But look at this proximity. Look at this proximity. That was the closest at the entry to zone 1 of any 2 drivers I've seen this whole weekend.
I think his spotter did him a solid and said, hey, this guy's, Russell's good.
He's going to be entering fast.
Fast.
A lot of
and
angle.
you can trust him. So dive in and be very aggressive, and it paid off.
Now we just wonder what spotter information they had for Russell.
Yeah.
Because they're lining up now with Nakamura in the lead and Russell in the chase.
Yeah, I think Fausto is spotting for him. He probably says, good luck.
Go fast and go hard, or go home.
Yeah. Now let's see what Russell can do in the chase position. Nakamura going in a lot of speed. Russell trying to catch up after that outer zone 1. Gets into outer zone 2, and Russell just dives in right there in that pocket. And oh, looks like he might have given him a love tap. That touch and go comes around to the inside clip, and Russell dives in right at the very last minute in outer zone 3.
Nakamura nice and deep through zone 1. Russell's just trying to catch up. Nice and deep through zone 2. Russell's right on his door. Hard flick into touch and go, and right back into the inner clip. And nice and deep through zone 3.
That was 2 insanely good runs.
Yeah.
By both drivers.
Yeah, just right there on the note. Nakamura just took off at the line.
Yeah.
I don't think Russell was ready for that. And there goes Hamada. That is Nakamura's spotter. He drives an FDJ1. Yeah, with the sun out, you see a lot more of these fans just going to work. And judgment is in. Judge Imamura. One more time. Judge Fukada. One more time. Judge Yamanaka. One more time.
I cannot wait for this.
Yes. That was great. Yeah, I can't wait to see it again. Both are great runs. There was a lot more proximity the first half for Russell's run. And then Nakamura's run, a little bit less.
Yeah, so like some of y'all guys were saying, Russell in his chase position was a little further away in the first half of the run, but Nakamura was a lot closer in the first half of the run, but was further away and lost a little bit of proxy on the second half. So it kind of evened out, I would say.
Yeah, evened out one more time. Now they're heading back to change tires, top off the fuel, hit it again. Yep, that is Jake Jones, the Drift Squid, showing Russell how to get back into the pits.
I missed it.
So while they're knocking their pit stuff out, we're going to head to commercial. So we'll see you guys right after this.
Yes.
いざという時によりちゃんと止まれるタイヤといえば
横浜タイヤでしょ。
晴れの日の約4倍も事故が多い雨の運転。横浜タイヤならより安心。
タイヤは雨で選ぼう。横浜タイヤ。
追い求めれば求めるほど遠ざかる時もある。でも理想に追いつけるのは自分だけだ。池江璃花子は横浜ゴムと世界に挑戦する。限界はない。行くぞ横浜。
MID ホイール Are you ready everybody? MID ホイール
like lubricant. Mortis.
Made in Japan. Breed.
Welcome back. We have Russell and Nakamura getting ready to enter the burnout box for the last bout for the final four.
See Mizuno giving some knucks to Russell, telling him good luck.
And Aoki standing right next to him with a thumbs up. Just drinking as much water as they can because it is hot out here.
Yeah, it's getting hot again. Looking for the camera.
Right now, just waiting on Nakamura to finish up with his tires, and then we'll get that started.
So how do y'all think this bracket turned out? Did y'all expect the Final Four to look like this? And do you expect either Russell or Nakamura to finish out that bracket for the Final Four?
Yeah, this is a very difficult Final Four, too.
Yeah.
You have Mizuno, Aoki, Kobayashi, and whoever wins between Russell and Nakamura. Looks like Nakamura was just pulling up right there at the end. We're going to be going into the burnout box. Heat up them tires, come out, have some fun.
Yeah, I see some people rooting for Russell. Some saying that they wish Senna was still in this. It's unfortunate he got knocked out in top 32, but he'll be back and better for Sugo.
Yeah, he's really looking forward to Sugo. He likes high speed. That's what Sugo is about. Pulling up to the line now. We have car number 896, Russell Vire with RPM Parts in the lead, and in the chase, we have car 7, Soshiro Nakamura with Japan Environment Development Racing with Valino.
Nakamura does a nice job staying right there with him as they enter outer zone 1. Russell looks like he got maybe a little bit too much angle and transitions a little late, but comes around for outer zone 2. He's back. Oh! It looks like he was tapping the wall and then just went a little too deep, and it brought him around, and Nakamura is going to finish out his chase run by himself.
Yeah, it looks like Russell just scrubbed the wall a little too hard, and the wall bit back.
Yeah, it's tough because that wall, there's sections of them, so if he moves one, his bash bar is going to catch the other one, and it's just going to stop him in his place.
That's look like exactly what happened. Coming around here.
Looks like he's going to get out of the car, make sure he's okay.
It's sort of a good thing that there was a good bit of proximity between the two drivers.
Yeah, exactly. Nakamura could have easily got taken in with him, and both cars probably would have been out. Looks like Russell's taking off his helmet, slowly making his way out of the car. Gets out. All looks okay with him.
Just
now he's
looks a little
checking out
hot.
he's checking out his damage. Looks like his bash bar is pushed in a little bit, but it doesn't look too terribly bad. It's definitely not best case scenario, but grabbing the forklift to pick it up. Gonna bring the tow truck around where they can put it on.
I feel like that truck was driving really close to the car.
As they're putting the car onto the tow truck, they are cleaning off the track. Russell's showing that he's okay to the crowd. Everybody giving him some claps.
Yeah, he's been coming in hot all this weekend. Sometimes all it takes is...
Yeah, he was playing games with that wall all weekend.
And eventually, don't know if it's the first time or the second time or which time it'll be, but the wall will win. Russell's getting in his car.
He might be trying to fix it. Might be taking a 5-minute timeout.
Yeah, that's it. 5-minute timeout. I mean, I guess when you got drift squid in your pits,
Anything's possible.
it looks like they're readjusting the wall a bit. Oh, here's the replay. Nice and deep through zone 1. A little bit extra angle coming out of zone 1. 2. They started putting the angle on a little too late. Yeah, all he needed to do was crank on a little bit more angle midway through.
Yeah, some severe damage to that front driver's side suspension parts.
I guess it seems going to be pretty busy over the next couple of weeks to get ready for Sugo.
Yeah.
And it looks like the repair crew is driving off the course now, and the tow truck is headed out back. Now I wonder, is there a forklift on the backside to remove it from the truck?
Good question. They might just tilt it back. I don't think there's enough room though.
And just dump it off?
Oh, he's coming around. Oh, is he? He's not coming around. Maybe they do have a forklift back there.
Well, hopefully they do.
Nakamura did come straight back to the start line, so as soon as Russell gets back to the pit, he'll either have the chance to do a final 5-minute timeout, or he will most likely have to retire.
I'm pretty sure a 5-minute timeout won't be enough time to fix that damage.
Hey, anything's possible when you have Fosto
Drift
and
squid.
Drift Squid. They're just gonna look at it, snap their fingers, say fixed.
Yeah, I don't think that'll fix it though. Hashtag FDJ2. Just backing up now. Just taking them to the pits.
You see Jake at the bottom of the screen, walking across, looking at the damage, seeing if they can fix it or what they want to do.
Just seeing how much work he's going to have to do in 5 minutes. is even if they're able to replace the parts, just the chances of them being realigned. And you're looking at it's the not just the front, it's the rear too.
There's a forklift.
Is that the same one?
No.
Just running on the backside, super fast.
So Shiro patiently waiting to see if he will have a bye run or if Russell will be able to get back out.
It'd be crazy if Russell could get back out after that.
I mean,
But,
it definitely
that's
looked
crazier.
Definitely looked. I mean, I can't see it that close. It looked like a tension rod in the front maybe broke. And if that's it, that's pretty easy to on and off. The only thing you'll have to do is hopefully they already had it pre-adjusted so they can just put it on and off. And then maybe a tie rod.
But also you have to think that you can't change tires.
Yeah.
So if there's any essential damage to the wheel that caused the tire to be lower pressure, you're not supposed to be touching the tires between the first and the second run. Hashtag FDJ2. I'm telling you, those judge pictograms are great. There's a nice breeze picking up, but we just need the clouds to come back.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, that's... They're talking about how our side of the tent and their side of the tent are different temperatures. Ours is...
It's by a lot, too.
Yeah. Yeah, ours is like 10 degrees hotter on our side. Because we just have the sun that's beating on our side right now.
Yeah, beating on me. It looks like you're pretty clear.
Yeah, I'm safe for now. They're talking to Russell about the current pit situation. And because he's going so fast and he was doing all his practice runs going so fast, it's sometimes just a little tiny touch of the wall sends you in head first. And they're talking about how Cusco Racing, they can replace the whole rear member in 5 minutes.
That is already preset.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's just quick line disconnects and then 4 bolts.
The front, a little bit harder. I mean, normally you can do, maybe one side, but when it's the front side and the back side, and then looking at you're at a disadvantage because you have an incomplete lead run.
Yeah. It's
tough. They're because I've also seen times where, you know, they've been able to pull it out in 5 minutes, even with an incomplete lead run, and then the other car that's going to be leading pops a motor.
Yeah. Or they spin out, and then next thing you know, you have it one more time again.
Yeah, fans are still out having a good time, despite a little bit more heat. But again, the wind's starting to pick up, so I'm starting to feel quite a bit better. I'm surprised those chocolates don't just melt.
Well, they probably are.
Just one big cluster of almonds and chocolate. They said Russell's got 2 more minutes. Oh, it said a lot of kakigori, which is shaved ice. Oh. They said that melon flavored.
Got the cool glasses on.
You got some glasses like that, didn't you?
My son has some.
Okay. Oh, blue Hawaii. Yeah, yesterday the judge was saying that they wish they had some because of the heat.
Maybe they can, we can get some after. It's definitely here.
Maybe some Coolish.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, Coolish is the best. Essentially, it's vanilla ice cream in a pouch.
So, James, you asked if we are in the Air Force. Myself, Langston, I am in the Air Force, stationed up north. Josh is not in the Air Force.
It used to be.
He used to be, but now he does contract work on base in up north.
With the Air Force.
With the Air Force, yeah. Yeah, so that's how we became friends. That's how we know each other. We've known each other for about 5 years. We started drifting, and now we're here.
Yeah, yeah. It looks like Russell was unable to finish up in the 5 minutes. So we're gonna have Nakamura's bye run.
So our temperature gauge here says 35 degrees Celsius. I don't know what that translates to Fahrenheit right now.
Really hot.
But it's hot.
It was at 40 earlier today. 40 is like 104.
Yeah. Nakamura coming out, lay down a killer run like we know he can. Letting y'all hear that Jay-Z goodness as he comes around outer zone 3. And that pushes him into the final 4.
And our final 4 is Mizuno, Aoki, Kobayashi, and Nakamura.
Yep, Mizuno will be battling Aoki. Kobayashi will be battling Nakamura.
It looks like Mizuno and Aoki are in the burnout box now. Yokohama presents FDJ2, round 3, Ebisu Circuit, West Course, Final 4.
Now that we're in the final 4, who do y'all predict to be in the final 2? It's going to be a very good battle between Mizuno and Aoki.
And in the lead, we have car number 109, Ryusuke Aoki with Garidorikai, Buy Now Japan. In the chase, we have car number 104, Toshihiko Mizuno with Team Zero.
Making their way outer zone 1. Aoki throwing it with some big angle. Mizuno staying right there with them in outer zone 1. Comes around as they make their way to outer zone 2. Mizuno surges in on Aoki as they hit this touch and go. There's a nice transition to that inner clip. Comes around and dives back in at outer zone 3.
Beautiful lead run. Beautiful chaser. Aoki switches back, nice and deep entering. Rides zone 1 all the way through. Mizuno just creeps in as they're approaching zone 2. Aoki rides zone 2 to completion. Nice switch back at the touch and go. Deep into the inner clip, deep into zone 3. Mizuno just hanging up with him the whole time.
Yeah, Aoki, his car hasn't looked like that all the time. Yesterday, during practice, he hit the wall, and they had to have a quick fix.
This morning during practice.
Oh, it was this morning. It's been a long day.
Yeah.
This morning, he hit the wall, and they had to do a quick fix where he could stay out, where his trunk wouldn't fall off or anything like that.
Yeah.
So they kind of made it look like there was tail lights there for the cameras.
Oh,
But-
tail lights.
But yeah, that's why it looks like that. Usually his rear end is
A little bit more complete.
yeah, not all banged up.
Now switching positions. We have Mizuno in the lead and Aoki in the chase.
With a lot of speed as they come in to outer zone 1. Aoki does a nice job staying right there with him. As he dives in, is outer zone 2. Trying to catch back up to this touch and go and inside clip. And then, dives back in right at the last minute, but it is a little shallow. He sacrifices some line for proximity right there in the outer zone.
The fans love it. Aoki coming in nice and deep. Shallows up a little bit towards the end of zone 1. Switches back. Rides zone 2 to completion. Touch and go nice. Deep into the inner clip. Swings back around nice and deep into zone 3. And Aoki giving chase the entire time. He shallows up a couple times to keep proximity alive. But overall, both drivers, very good job. Great leads and great chases by both. The drone footage is so cool.
Yeah, they do a really good job. Tigers.
Drivers are lining up. What's that?
I said Tiger stopping them to give them the judgment from the judges. Looks like they need to take a closer look.
Mizuno with it starting out deep, finishing a little shallow in zone 1. Zone 2, nice and deep the entire time. Touch and go. Pitch it back nice and deep into the inner clip. Deep into his own clip. And the judges are keying in now.
And the judges have decided.
Judge Imamura, Mizuno, Judge Fukada, Mizuno, Judge Yamanaka, Toshihiko, Mizuno, goes to the final. They said Aoki did an excellent job. It's just in run 2, he was really shallow going into zone 3. And sometimes all it is one zone. And the drivers were briefed at the beginning that it's better to maintain a good line with good angle than proximity. It said both drivers did excellent going into zone 1. Right now, we have Kobayashi and Nakamura pulling up to the staging area and enter the burnout box.
All of Mizuno's cheering on. All of Mizuno's fans cheering on Mizuno as he got back to the pits, as he is in the final for round 3.
More minutes. We're waiting on Nakamura to get to the staging area.
Yeah, Russell had to retire. They were not able to get his car fixed within the 5 minutes. So that's why Nakamura moved on to the final 4. He will be battling Kobayashi.
Yeah, you can see people are starting to cover up a bit more, try and stay out of the sun. I see Nakamura heading up to the staging area now.
Oh no, another spider. Don't. Be doing this by yourself.
It's just a little spider. Oh, they're in the burnout box. Smoking up the tires. I see smoke from 2 cars, but I can only see 1 car for a minute there.
Yeah, we read the chat quite a bit. We try to interact as much as we can, especially if we have some downtime. We like to read through some of the comments and answer any questions or anything that y'all have.
Yeah, definitely.
So if you do have any questions or rules for improvement for us, for the judges, whatever the case may be, you can let us know, and then we can definitely attack it.
Last battle for the Final Four. We have in the lead, 62, Tatsuya Kobayashi with Team Trinity Racing, and in the chase, car number 7, Soshiro Nakamura with Japan Environment Development Racing with Valina.
Head down to outer zone 1. Kobayashi throwing a lot of speed in outer zone 1, but Nakamura takes a little bit of the line out to get that proximity. And he's diving in. He starts to surge in on Kobayashi as they make their way to the touch and go and inside clip. And Nakamura trying to dive back in right there at the vinyl, outer zone 3.
Oh man, Kobayashi, such a great. He's just been killing this course all weekend. Just deep through zone 1. Nakamura just reeling him in there. Nice and deep all the way through zone 2. Get the touch and go, nice. Switch back, inner clip, beautiful. And outer zone 3. With Nakamura just hanging up right next to him. Oh, drone footage shows massive angle going into zone 1. Switch back and bring it out to zone 2 on throttle. Just riding the ball. Back to the inner clip, back out to zone 3.
One of the comments said, "What's our favorite vehicle?" I would have to. Yours is probably JZX, correct?
Yeah, it's a Chaser.
Yeah, Chaser. I'm gonna have to go with the S15. I have an S15 and a Chaser. I prefer to drive on track the S15 a little bit more. It's a little bit snappier, more chaotic, which is kind of my style. But I do truly understand the softness and ease of a JZX.
We're having them pull back up to the line. Nakamura in the lead and Kobayashi in the chase.
Coming around, outer zone 1, Nakamura does a good job getting all the way through outer zone 1. Kobayashi trying to dive back in as he gets into outer zone 2. He's taking a little bit of the line away. Almost gets lost in the smoke. Touch and go to inside clip and tries to dive back in right at the outer zone 3.
A great lead. Kobayashi just had some issues with initiation, it looks like, but able to dive back in for zone 2. Nakamura able to go nice and deep in zone 1 and zone 2, bring it back to the touch and go, switch it around, inner clip, back up to zone 3. Just great, consistent. He's been consistent all day today.
Yes, he has.
He was having some consistency issues earlier in the weekend, but today he's been spot on the whole time. And they're pulling up for judgment now. Judges say. Judge Imamura goes Nakamura. Judge Fukada, Nakamura. Judge Yamanaka goes Nakamura.
It is now Mizuno and Nakamura in the final battle. That's what? Three weeks for Nakamura in the final 4 at least, or 3 rounds.
I think so. The judges are talking about how Soshiro is in middle school still. He's the equivalent of American 9th grader.
Yeah, very young, but very talented.
In Japan, it's middle 3. Middle school, 3rd grade. Yeah. I like X chassis. They're
Yeah,
a little heavier, but
trust me, I'm driving it every day. I understand, but there's something about a lightweight S chassis that just does it.
I like smooth power, smooth transitions. I mean, I guess you can get there with the S chassis, but
Chaos is what you need.
I mean, I've driven anything from a 4-door R32 to S14 to 2-door R32 with the RB25 to now just X chassis. I got Crestos and we're chasing.
Yeah, Josh has been here for around 20 years, yeah?
Yeah.
So he's had a lot of different vehicles doing the American dream, as some would say.
Yeah.
He's living it, so if you have any questions for him, he's always willing to talk.
Yeah. Just hit me up anytime.
Who do y'all feel has the ability to win this, Mizuno or Nakamura? Both of them are very good. They're very fast, very in tune with their car, knowing how they interact with each other. It's going to be an interesting final battle.
Both drivers have been super consistent all weekend. Well, all day today. I think they put in 12, 14 laps. In some cases 20 if you include practice. They're all hitting all the zones nice and deep. Lots of speed going into them. I mean, it's going to be a great final battle. They're just finishing some prep work. They'll be out before you know it.
Yeah, we have a few more minutes till the final battle. So if y'all need to get some refreshments, get some snacks, whatever the case may be, you have a few minutes for that to happen, because Nakamura needs to pit in, check his car over, change some tires, and then get back out. So he'll probably have roughly 5 minutes or so.
Yeah, it's definitely agent experience versus youth and fearlessness.
Yeah. I don't think he takes risk into consideration right now. I will say the first step to learning drifting is definitely move to Japan. It's been a great experience, and I've loved every second of it, and I've learned everything here. I didn't know anything about cars when I got to Japan, and I came and met Josh, some of the friends around, and they basically taught me how to drift, and I haven't stopped doing it since.
I mean, it's tricky, right? So it's all really about getting in a good atmosphere, a good environment where you have good people that help you out whenever you need help, that advise you, whether you need it or not sometimes.
Yeah, being able to get pushed by your friends and your mentors on how to drive is always it's the best thing for me, because you can also see them do it. You can ride with them, they can start chasing you, say, hey, you need to fix this, or you chase them, or you see the line, whatever the case may be.
Yeah, I mean, really, if you're able to have a local track, then that's the best way to do it.
Yeah, I will say that's probably been the easiest thing for me to learn how to drive, is because the track's so close. So we just go out whenever I want. Go out during the middle of the week. It stays open 24, not 24/7, but 7 days a week it's open. So you can go out whenever you want. If it's busy, it's not busy, they don't care. They just want you to have a good time.
And it's not even super expensive either. It's what, right at $70 for the whole day?
Yeah, it's around there.
And if you go during the weekdays, it's like another $15 off.
I think it's like, yeah, that's about right.
I mean, really, and it's all about seat time. There's plenty of people who are sim drifting. You throw them in a car that's sorta set up, and they'll come out and they'll have a blast.
Yeah, you give them a couple hours and they figured it out.
Yeah.
I know plenty of people that have learned to drift from a sim, bought a car, went to the track, and they looked like they were driving for 10 years.
I feel one of the funniest things is setting up a car, to me, feels easier than setting up a car in sim. I mean, unless you're copying someone else's settings.
Yeah,
I mean,
that is true. Especially if you only have a steering feel and you don't have like the seat that moves, it's very difficult to set up.
Yeah. And you lose force feedback, and it's a whole lot different.
Yeah, because I've learned on a track in a car, and I've tried to go to the sim, and I cannot figure it out.
We have the music coming up.
Oh, there we go.
Yokohama presents FDJ2 Round 3, Ebisu Circuit West Course Final.
Back to the intense music.
Yes, I love this music.
If y'all remember last round, we were waiting for the decision for Nagase to call, and it took about, what, 10, 15 minutes of just this?
Yeah.
It was very intense.
And we have in lead, car number 7, Soshiro Nakamura with Japan Environment Development Racing with Felina. And in chase, we're going to have car 104, Toshihiko Mizuno with Team 0.
I will say, I don't really run sims. I just use whatever my friends have, so I have no idea. I just get in my car and go to the track because it's easier for me to have an instant feel and knowing what I'm doing. The sim, I have no clue what I'm doing. So I can't help you there. I'm sorry, man. Yeah, I also agree with you, and the S15 is going to win.
That's a good point.
Nakamura coming in with a lot of speed, coming into this outer zone 1. Mizuno trying to keep up as he sacrifices a little bit of the line to get that proximity, and then he starts to dive in on Nakamura around this outer zone 2. Is really close with him on that touch and go and dives back in around the inner clip and then gets right back in his door in outer zone 3.
Oh, that was... Did you get hit again?
Oh.
some goosebumps. Yeah, Nakamura, great entry. Mizuno right there. Looks like he rode out of 2 all the way out, all the way through, touch and go. Switch back to the inner flip. Both of them nice and good. Both of them super deep in the outs. Looks like Nakamura dropped more tires at the end, but he was moving in super fast. Just right. Nice. Mizuno's just diving at every chance he gets. Great lead and a brilliant chase. Pulling back up to switch positions. That'll have Mizuno with Team Zero in the lead and Nakamura with Japan Environment Development Racing with Polino in the chase.
Zone 1. Nakamura doing a great job just staying right there in his rear bumper as they transition to outer zone 2. Nakamura diving in, having to surge just a little bit as they come to this touch and go. Nakamura transitions a little late and then falls behind just a smidge as they come around to outer zone 3. It's going to be a very tough decision for the judges. Looks like most y'all are going with Nakamura. Judges are still talking it out.
Side by side.
I could go for it one more time as well.
Or multiple times. Beautiful entries by both. Nakamura's just a bit deeper. He goes to the entire zone 1. Swinging back around. Nakamura is a little deeper in zone 2 as well. Both hit the touch and go nice. hard to see who's deeper in zone 3. But overall, it looks like Nakamura is deeper in most of the zones. Inner clip, about the same. It looked like Nakamura maybe a little bit deeper in zone 3.
Yeah, and then Tiger being in the background just really amplifies it. Look at him. Just looks like the final boss. They're having a real tough decision deciding.
Now looking at proximity, Mizuno looks like he's closer for most of the entire chase without sacrificing too much line or angle. Yeah, there's definitely a much wider gap in the chase positions between the two drivers.
Yeah, Mizuno did a nice job after that touch and go to dive in, and after the transition to the inner clip, he did an even better job being right there.
Yeah.
Comparatively to Nakamura. But Nakamura's lead run was definitely on point.
I think the judges are keying in.
Ooh, we have a judgment, and that's not a good thing. This is the final battle.
Yeah.
Oh,
Mizuno.
One more time. One more
One
time.
more time.
And we're now getting this a one more time battle.
We get a double finals.
And we could do like 3 or 4 if they allow it. I will say, just a heads up, if you're ever in the final battle and they have a judgment, most likely going to be a one more time.
Yeah. You see that judgment curtain drop?
They don't like to give away the winner until they've staged them up in front of for the fans. So, yeah, so if you ever see the judgment screen, the final battle means one more time. And I will say, I'm not mad about that.
No. One of the plus sides of this is we get more time to hang out and chat. Just jumped out the side. So, what do you guys think? What's your guys' favorite drift car? You know me and Langston, but what's your guys? Yeah, out here we've had BMWs, Altezas, S13s, S15s, S14s. JZX 100s, Mark 2s, Chasers.
Yeah, there's a good variety in J2, I think. There is a lot of S chassis, but I mean, you also have to think we had 50 competitors trying to qualify yesterday. We were pretty close to 50, so you're going to have a lot of X chassis, a lot of S chassis, but there was a good variety of everything else as well.
Yeah. But next week we'll probably see a lot more Supras. That's one thing we didn't have this week yet.
Yeah, there's going to be a lot of 890 Supras come out for FDJ1. I see it's pretty late almost where everybody's at. I see 3:14 in the morning. Hopefully you don't have work tomorrow. 8 a.m. That sounds pretty good. It's a perfect time to watch a final round, final battle.
Yeah, unless you have work.
Yeah, that's what you get your phone for. All right, just call in sick.
Yeah.
I see some people in Japan. It is 4:15 in Japan, so you are spot on that. Seen 4 a.m., 3 a.m., 12 p.m., 9 a.m.
Coffee for the win.
Yeah. Are y'all drinking coffee to stay awake, or you trying to take your sleep medicine and calm down and actually try to go to sleep? Or are you just gonna pull an all-nighter?
I wonder, do more people prefer coffee or energy drinks to stay awake?
Neither work for me. I just enjoy drinking.
Yeah, that's true. And at what point do you like, okay, well, it's 3 a.m., so I'm not going to drink anything to stay awake now.
I see Philippines, Canada, Malaysia, Texas, Washington, Australia. Got people from everywhere.
Oh, man. Plenty of people just coffee. Plenty of people just energy drink.
I see 30 pack of beer. That's probably not the best decision to try to go to sleep on, but hey, to each their own.
Now, to be fair, when you get to number 30, you're probably already asleep.
Yeah. See some people from UK, California, New Zealand, Missouri, Germany, Netherlands, South Korea, Croatia, Iceland. We just got everybody on here.
All over the place.
Hong Kong, Republic of California. I like that. That was a good one. Norway, Mexico. Hey, thank you all for tuning in.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, that's a fair point. You can't get a hangover if you don't stop drinking.
That is true. That is true. It might cause a lot of other things to happen, but hey, I'm with you on that.
But not a hangover.
South Africa, Hungary. Got somebody from Louisiana baking cookies. Scotland, Finland, Chile, Pakistan. Ukraine. I don't know how y'all are drinking alcohol and trying to stay awake. I can have a sip and it puts me straight to sleep.
smell it in your
Yeah.
sleep. Looks like we have Mizuno and Nakamura back in the burnout boxes.
There's 2 drivers that's been solid on each side of the bracket. And as you're seeing, they made it even hard for, they were so good they made it hard for the judges. They wanted to see it again. So
Yeah.
let's see how it goes.
Yeah, unfortunately, I can't control any of the music.
Yeah, we don't have those knobs with us.
I can only control it on my headset. And in the lead, we have Toshiro Nakamura with Japan Environment Development Racing with Alina, and in the chase, Toshihiko Mizuno, Team Zero.
Nakamura coming around with a lot of speed. Mizuno staying right there on his door. Oh, he gives him a love tap right on the tire as they're making their way to outer zone 2. Mizuno trying to dive in, get back in that pocket as they come around to this touch and go. Gives him some space to transition for outer zone 3, and he gets right back there, right at his tire. That was
crazy.
insane.
That was crazy. Look at this.
Gives him a
coming
little
in.
touch. Says, hey, you're not wide enough.
His tire was rubbing from the outside the whole time. His tire on tire action. And then right back on. Nakamura putting down a nice lead. You know, it's also hard to see it.
Hey, I'm here.
Yeah.
I mean, you need to go a little faster.
Beautiful lead run. With an excellent chase. And I love that B on top of Mizuno's car.
Yeah.
The best way to dig out any sort of disadvantage is just put down as clean and deep of a lead run as you can.
Exactly. I think Nakamura might have helped Mizuno out by being a tad slower where he touched him and kind of slowed him down because
Yeah.
it looked like he was going off.
And then we have Mizuno in the lead and Nakamura in the chase.
Making their way. Mizuno has a big entrance into this outer zone 1. Nakamura doing a good job staying right there as they come around to outer zone 2. Nakamura surging, trying to dive in. Falling a little bit behind as they make their way to that touch and go. An inside clip and then just falls back just a smidge and then through that outer zone 3.
That was a great lead run. Just right on. Lift a little early, but got right back in. So now to zone 2. Gets pretty deep. Again. Touch and go, so we get back to the inner clip. Nice and deep. Bring it through zone 3.
All I know is at the end of this, we're going to have a S15 sitting on the podium.
Other than drivers.
Exactly. And it looks like they have made a decision. Everybody's coming out on track, starting to set up for the announcement presentation.
I'm expecting a Go Mark II to be stationed somewhere.
Yeah, he should be coming out pretty soon. Oh, I see him coming out. Making his way. Saying hello to his fans, saying hello to the crowd. He didn't wave at me. Kind of bummed at that.
That's gonna be next time.
Yeah, maybe he'll wave at me next time. He didn't see me wave, so. We have Nakamura coming out.
He didn't wave at you either.
No, I don't.
Maybe they just can't see you from up here.
I don't think they realize I'm a fan too.
I believe Kobayashi will wave at you.
Yeah, maybe I need to get down and start waving. Kobayashi making his way behind Nakamura and Mizuno for his third place. He didn't wave at me either.
But I tell you what, he's got windshields at work.
Yeah.
I was expecting that JCX to be a little bit more gutted.
Yeah. Well, there was I saw during qualifying, there was a GT86, and it had a full interior.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I saw that one too. Just in case you need back seats for somebody. Yokohama presents FDJ2 Round 3 Ebisu Circuit West Course Awards. Team heading on the course too.
You have Nakamura's team heading out, and you have Mizuno's team heading out to support whoever won and for second place. You also have the Team Trinity guys out for Kobayashi.
And in third place, car number 62, Tatsuya Kobayashi. Kobayashi was putting us excellent runs.
Yeah.
2025 FDJ2 ラウンド3エビスサーキット西コース
And round 3 champ.
今日のトーナメントを勝ち上がった優勝ドライバーを発表いたします。見事優勝を飾りましたのはカーナンバー
Car number
104水田
Ooh.
104, Toshihiko Mizuno. Number 2, car number 7, Soshiro Nakamura.
Hi. Hi.
2 years since he won at Ebisu.
2年前に、恵比寿ここで優勝してからずっと勝ちがなくてですね、今回たくさんの協力のもとここで走れて、そして勝つことができました。もう言葉出ないんですけど、本当に今日のこの優勝のために頑張ってきたんで、本当に優勝ができても嬉しくたまらないです。本当に協力してくれたもうたくさんの方がいるんですけど、本当にありがとうございました。ありがとうございます。
So excited. Thank you very much.
ありがとうございます。鈴鹿ツインから鈴鹿ツイン優勝して恵比寿ラウンドも優勝したかったんですけど、ちょっとダメでした。ありがとうございます。
ありがとうございます。
Congratulations.
チームの皆さんに、最後まで、ね、ちょっといけなかったんですけど、3位まで行くことができたんで、ちょっとだけ恩返しができたかなと思ってます。次は1位目指して頑張ります。ありがとうございました。
Yeah, so a lot of these competitors, they don't have a big team. They don't have huge sponsors. So a lot of them are coming out of their own pocket to support their dream. And so they do get a very emotional when they win or even place sometimes. So for Mizuno to be emotional and be this excited after a win from so long, it's exciting.
Yeah, very much.
You just can't hold it back.
And the difference in winning is just a slight shallow line. The judges are saying it's such a high level today, especially in the top 4 cars.
But like we said it earlier, thank you all for tuning in. We've had a great time speaking for y'all, kind of helping a little bit of tell y'all what's going on. If y'all have any feedback for us or want to reach out, please do.
Yeah, definitely let us know.
We don't
if you
have
any questions, comments, concerns.
Yeah. We don't have. I'll be happy to message you and answer any questions you have. Just reach out. And next week we have FDJ1.
Yep.
And we hope to see y'all there.
See you guys next week.
All right, we'll see y'all. Look forward to seeing y'all next week. Bye, Jordan.
Later, guys.
"雨の日の運転って心配ですよね。
いざという時によりちゃんと止まれるタイヤといえば
横浜タイヤでしょ。
晴れの日の約4倍も事故が多い雨の運転。横浜タイヤならより安心。
タイヤは雨で選ぼう横浜タイヤ。
追い求めれば求めるほど遠ざかる時もある。でも理想に追いつけるのは自分だけだ。池江璃花子は横浜ゴムと世界に挑戦する。限界はない。行くぞ横浜。
MID ホイール Are you ready everybody MID ホイールダンディームーディー MID ホイールキャンディーフレンドホイールは MID
メイドインジャパンブリード